Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another reaction episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is right, my name is Matt. Hello. Season 6. We just started season 6. We're watching episode 2 today. Apparently, like I said previous episode, this all aired as a one singular like special that was like 2 hours long. And I was also informed that apparently there are some scenes that I didn't get to watch that were present in the other version, the longer special version. So I didn't get to watch them, but they probably weren't that important as I was being led to believe, because you know they were able to be cut for time because they needed to shrink them down in order to fit in like the credits and stuff. So it's fine. I probably won't mind them very much, but that does kind of like upset me a little bit because I was gonna watch that version and then I was like, it's gonna be too much of a hassle to edit down 2 hours. So I was like, I'm just gonna do them in 2 parts, and apparently I missed out on some stuff as a result, but it's okay. All right, so last time, what happened? We just started season 6. We started season 6 of Buffy with Buffy dead. So that's a fun starting point. But what's actually happening is that we get to see how every character in the show is kind of dealing with the fact that Buffy is dead, which I wanted to see, honestly. Like, I think that is the number one thing I wanted to see. So I get to see how Willow is doing. I get to see how Xander is doing. I get to see how Giles is doing. And they're all over the place. Xander seems to be the one that is handling it the best. Willow seems to be the one that is handling it the worst. And also Giles, who is also handling it pretty badly in a different way. And that is to say that Giles seems to just be living. He's just, I'm gonna leave. I'm going back to the UK just because I can't handle being around this place with this many memories of someone that I loved, and now she's gone forever, and I can't have that, you know, like it just makes him too sad. So he's just living for finally. He apparently kept saying for months that he was gonna leave, and then he didn't, and then he kept saying it, and eventually he did, and that is what's happening. And I will say that I wasn't as sad when I watched that originally, because there was a lot of stuff happening, but also because in my head I'm thinking to myself like, well, you know, he's probably gonna come back, you know, not as a mainstay necessarily, but at like, you know, he's gonna come back in like the finale or something. Like he's gonna come back for like 1 or 2 episodes. So like I wasn't like super sad about him saying like I'm gonna be going, because I'm in my head I'm thinking like he can still come back, right? He's not dying, he's just leaving for now. But it's also the fact that like I didn't know what the status quo of this season was going to be like, and given I still don't, but in my head I'm thinking like, well, that means that he could just come back next episode, right? Like we haven't established anything yet, so that can still happen. However, I was informed that apparently Anthony Stewart Head, I think that's his name, Mr. Head here, apparently he actually wanted to go back to England to be with his family, because apparently he hadn't been with his family here in the US while he was filming the show. So he's just decided, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna hang out with my loved ones, and that's completely fair. That's completely understandable. I would never hold any ill will towards anyone for choosing that. In fact, I am surprised it took this long, but I don't know, maybe they were living in America and then they decided to move, and then like he stuck around for like another year. I don't know exactly how that went, but that was the decision he made, and that is the reason why Giles is leaving the show. Apparently that's okay, that's completely fine. Maybe we'll see him again. Maybe it'll be shortly in like, I don't know, 3 episodes or something like that. But it seems that he's gone from Buffy right now, and sure, I'm not expecting him to be gone forever, but I am expecting him to just be gone from the status quo. He will return in like a special episode or something like that, but that's about it. That's what I'm expecting. And I do hope that Mr. Anthony here, he got to hang out with his family and, you know, have a better time there. I do know that he definitely stuck around, just like at least working in England, like circa 2006. I do know that, but I don't know anything else about him. So yeah, I just hope he's doing good. Okay, Willow. Willow is not handling Buffy's death very well. No one is, but Willow seems to be handling it in the way of, I am going to break the laws of nature, become a necromancer, and rise her back from the dead kind of deal. Like, I fully see. I understand that completely. I think that makes the most amount of sense for what we have seen of Willow. Like, in fact, like, that makes me feel stupid for not saying that Willow was gonna do this. like whenever I was going over that 9 hours video or whatever the fuck I made for Buffy Cast season 5, because in my head I was like, oh, Spike is gonna bring her back and something, you know, like Spike was cool with Joyce coming back from the dead. He might do something similar with Buffy because he can't let go. I mean, Spike can't let go, like that has been shown to us. He's still hung up over Buffy, but he isn't breaking the laws of nature in order to bring her back. That is Willow, and that makes the most amount of sense because Willow is the one that kind of doesn't have a limit. Willow is the one that is just kind of like, I'm going to fly close to the sun because I spent my entire life kind of cowering in fear and being shy. And now that I am coming out of my shell, I don't really have any limit. I am just gonna go full throttle all the time. That is the character that Willow has been for like a season and a half now. And that makes sense that she's like, my best friend just died and fuck you, I am gonna bring her back. I don't know what it will cost and what will be the result. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Sander was someone that was a little more reserved. He was like, I don't know if we should be doing this, which completely like that. I'm with him actually on that one. I'm with Sander because the reality is that like I said this previous episode, I watch Full Metal Alchemist. Like I know I kind of like Willow hasn't seen Full Metal Alchemist yet because it hasn't aired, but I have seen it and I understand what it's like to have that like dilemma of like, I tried to bring someone back from the dead, it went wrong, and did I make a greater mistake in attempting to do so? Willow in her head is just like, I am going to do this and it's gonna work out. She's fully 100% convinced of that. I don't know what's gonna happen. However, at the end of the episode, we did see that Buffy, first of all, she was fucking dead. Like her body was just rotten. She was fucking gone. And she came back to life on some level. And that's when the episode ended. So she's inside her casket, like, I don't know, 6 feet under the ground, maybe suffocating, maybe not, because I don't know if she's breathing anymore. I don't know what her status is. I don't know if she's a Death Knight now. I don't know exactly what state Buffy Summers is in at this moment, but she started moving and her body kind of restored to like a level where it didn't look like a corpse anymore. So that's the key. That's how we're doing with Buffy right now. And that was the end of the episode, or the first half of this 2-parter. Whatever. We should be starting this next episode. Oh, there's also the Buffy pod. I was happy to see the Buffy pod. I like the Buffy pod. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, sure. Enough of this intro. Let's begin. Patreon. Check out the Patreon. Link in the stream below. Pop up on the screen. You can support the channel. You can watch the next 2 episode reactions to Buffy, as well as full-length reactions to Buffy Season 6, all of the previous seasons as well, and Angel watch-alongs. I'm also watching Angel over at Patreon, so if you're interested in that, that's where it all is. Alright, that's gonna be it. Let's go. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 6, Episode 2. Let's go.
Previously.
Donnie, I have to.
Yeah, she died. I watched this. I made fan art of this.
She could be trapped in some sort of hell.
This is all speculation. You don't know that. It could be true, but it also could not.
She needs help.
Willow,
The fact that she, like, vomited a snake like fucking Orochimaru from Naruto.
release her. Willow, I need service.
Hi, Buffy Bod. Yeah, we got interrupted. So that does not bode well. It worked on some level because of this happening in front of us. Yeah. Well, she seems to be breathing. That's a point for alive.
Must no disengage from combat.
Are you sure she's okay? Or as okay as anyone who just had snakes coming out of their mouth? What the hell was that all about, Tara?
Part of the ritual. It's funny that he's like questioning the ritual. Like, we're doing magic on the regular. I wouldn't question anything. I'm just like, yeah, that's just happening.
I'll take her.
No, I can carry her.
But, the Buffy bot.
We can't. It's lost.
Don't call her an it. She's a person, goddammit. She's real to me. Just a hand do this. Do it. I mean, that's the other thing, though. I hadn't thought about this, but this makes sense. If she comes back to life, and she's just alive, she won't be alive for long. She's just gonna suffocate in there. I don't know if that's what would happen, because that kind of defeats the purpose of this whole ritual. Man, it's weird not seeing Giles in the intro. Girl, you're a superhero. Just punch your way through. God, that is nightmarish. Oh, I shouldn't look at the credits just in case.
Where's Tara?
Off and running. We gotta keep moving.
The ritual, we have to go back.
Well,
to, Xander. She's counting on us. On me. I can't leave her there anymore.
Well, Vienna's cirrhosis.
Cyrus?
Yeah. So we'll find another one.
There is no other one.
Unique legendary item. Okay.
It's no use. Buffy's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of dirt's gonna start falling on her. Depressed babysitter Spike. Yeah, something's going on outside. It's so funny that we're seeing all of this like demon bikers or whatever, and all they're doing is just like thrashing the city, which is like they're just throwing trash cans around and shit.
Was that really necessary? The simple swim.
Shut up. For once. You two are still here. You didn't run. There's a good witch, right? She can do something.
Let's get out of here.
In case we need it. Okay. Okay. Good. Stealth.
Hitting stores? Does that mean looting?
Oh no. My store.
Keep off the streets.
Good thinking, Tara.
Loot the magic shop. We just got it.
Anya, let's focus on survival first.
I think they'll cause a lot of damage, do you?
Yeah, there we go. Like the arson part where they're setting houses aflame, like that is an actual problem. That is endangering lives.
I told you, stay away from the window.
Who are they?
Aliens. They raid towns. Any place they think is vulnerable.
I know. Slayer's gone.
No, for long, but
We can't stay here.
But we need to wait for the others and Buffy.
Look, I get that you're scared. I'm not gonna let any of those buggers lay so much as a warty digit on you. We're on our own. No one's coming to our rescue.
yes. So that is the shot that I expected the season to start with, but episode 2, I'll take it. Okay. What's interesting is that they might see her and think that she's the robot. She's alone. Like, she came back from the dead and no one's there to see her. Everyone just ran away. This happened to my homie Joseph Joestar. Mm-hmm. That realization dawning on her. Man, like, she came back to life and she's like, what, is the apocalypse happening again? Like, everything's on fire. I rose up from my grave. Is this a rapture? Like, what's going on? Some Vikers are gonna run into her and be like, oh, it's the robot. Yep. I don't know what state Buffy's at right now. Like, mentally, emotionally, I don't know what's going on inside. We haven't heard anything from her.
My store hasn't been looted. Yet.
Give it like 2 minutes.
Where are they? What if they're dead already? They're not. And if something happened, I'd know. And so would you. You think? Sure of it.
Aw. Aw.
They're fine.
We never get to see these two interact much. I like this.
Willow and I always know how to find each other.
Some kind of map spell. Give her directions.
Haarute.
My favorite Homestuck character.
These woods aren't that big.
He actually did get lost in the woods.
I can't walk anymore.
Yeah, how are you doing, Willow? Like, you did some weird shit.
What were we into back there, Will?
Doesn't matter anyway.
Do not get all avoidy on me.
I'm not avoiding. I just. What's that?
See? Avoidy.
That light.
That one moving towards us? It's a motorcycle headlight.
Oh.
Stay behind me.
Xander,
Oh no, that's...
Bug!
Xander, it's not a bug.
It's Tara's spell.
It's Tara.
My guiding light. She went back to her house. That makes sense.
What are you doing? Get away from there!
Oh, she's in a bad state.
I said get off my property!
Dude, she's like covered in blood and dirt. Oh, they're still here. Oh, Buffy may not be here. Maybe the suburbs just all look the same because it's the suburbs in America.
It looks like they're just wrecking stuff. What?
Oh, nothing. Just Looked like fun.
You kind of miss it.
This kind of frolicking going on all around town. We're not going to get very far without.
All right, makes sense. Put a little protection, get a weapon. Take out one of them, get a motorcycle. Good job. Like, he drove right into you. I mean, it was probably because he thought he was just a normal human. It turned out he was a vampire, so he could take on you.
Already been looted. Sorry.
Anya.
Sandra? I knew you weren't dead. Are you? Not yet. But I will be.
I'm worried about Willow. Maybe that took something out of her. Something important.
You want us to go back out there?
Oh, yeah. Unless somebody's got a better idea.
It's just, we're minus a Buffy bot. Spike is missing in action somewhere with Dawn, and Giles flew away. And, will you?
Honey, we're nearing your point, right?
It's just, how are we supposed to fight these guys? I mean, we need...
Buffy is not coming back. We failed. We're it, gang. Grab the weapons. We're gonna look for Dawn and Spike.
Say hello to your new homeboy. This here's a momentous occasion, the beginning of a new era.
What era? How is this any different from any other place you're just raiding and looting all the time? This is what you guys do.
We got ourselves a juicy little burg here, just ripe for the picking. And I ain't no hurry to leave it to you.
Buffy's kind of in a fugue state, it seems.
Better way to kick off
Was that the Buffy part?
settling down and with a little christening, commemorating the new order around here, and ridding ourselves of any not so pleasant reminders of the old. All in one quick, really violent fell swoop. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Yeah, they're gonna pull the Buffy butt apart. Looking at herself. That makes me sad.
Another one for the fire, boys.
They just keep coming. These guys are just like, another one? Sure. They're mass producing these nowadays. That was a moment of recognition from her, though. That was someone that she kind of recognized herself, her own image, who screamed her own name, and then she screamed it back. Because right now, Buffy seemed to be in kind of a fugue state, but that was the first time that she seemed like, does she identify what's happening?
I'm not saying we announce it the second.
Not the time. What's gonna happen is that we're gonna see that Buffy came back from the dead, and Annie's just gonna be like, and we're getting married! Just interrupting the moment. That's gonna be fun. Here we go.
It's the Buffy bot.
She knows. She can tell.
Buffy!
Buffy!
Where is she?
She's not very clear right now. Yeah.
Buffy. It's Willow.
What's wrong with her?
Nothing. She's in shock. Her hands are bleeding. Her fingers.
She's filthy.
Oh no.
Yes.
What?
Our resurrection spell worked like a magic charm. We brought you back to life, Buffy. Right where we left her.
Yeah. Inside of a coffin.
Oh, God.
Underground.
Buffy, it's Xander. We're sorry. Buffy.
You weren't reaching her. She's too traumatized.
Hey, Buffy. Here's some good news that might perk you right up. Xander and I have an announcement.
Anya.
What?
She's trying to help.
Buffy, it's gonna be all right. You're home now.
Yeah. Welcome home, Slayer. Not looking too good, though, is she? Big axe you got there.
Better to cut you down to size, Grandma.
Thanks, Tara. I mean, that didn't really do anything. That was just to scare him off, I think.
Which in the mix?
More than one.
Well, I better back off, or you might what? Pull a rabbit out of a hat?
Don't do that. Why would you do that?
Look, we don't want trouble. You don't want trouble.
We're demons.
Kind of what we do.
We're really all about trouble.
Not this kind.
Oh. Which just gonna hold you down and enjoy ourselves for a few hours. You might even live through it. Except that certain of my boys got some anatomical incompatibilities that tend to tear up little girls.
Okay.
So, who wants to go first? I was really hoping it'd be you.
Alright. Kill them all, Buffy. You got this.
Does this mean we win?
Okay. Here we go. Wouldn't be this show if it wasn't Buffy kicking ass. There is something about the fact that she can't even speak, but she can fight. Like, this is kind of her nature, more so than anything else of the social. Oh, Spike and Dawn. They're gonna see this.
There!
Oh, they're gonna find the fucking destroyed Buffy, but that's... I don't want to see that, man. I am too attached to this dumb Buffy, but that makes me sad.
It's just a machine, Don.
I mean, she might still, like, move a little, which would be even sadder.
Dawn, you're my sister, Dawn. Where did I go?
Aw. Oh, she's talking about the other one that she saw.
Where did I go?
Because she actually saw her.
I don't... No, not me.
The other Buffy.
Yes. The other Buffy.
Those filthy buggers done to you. Willow's slap and paste job's not gonna do the trick this time. Robot's done.
Aw.
Hey. Dawn!
He was, like, right there. In front of her. How did he not realize that she just ran away? Okay. Nice. Is that all of them?
Massacre.
You're back, Buffy. You really are.
A lot of this is just instinct. It's difficult. Just blood and fighting and killing. That is like the first thing that she awoke to.
Buffy!
The important thing is that she's back. She'll be fine.
You fuckers did a bad job. Dead. Fuck Judas Priest. Oh, the tower! Again! She's running back to the tower? Interesting. That looked kind of funny. Everyone beating him up and nothing was happening. Go in your face. Oh, Dawn is really nearby. They're both going to the tower. Okay. Spike? Maybe. No, Tara. Okay, that makes sense. I was hoping it would be Tara.
Oh, my first.
Yeah, she generally doesn't act. She generally uses spells. That's why I didn't immediately think that it would be her. Back to the top of the tower.
Buffy. No.
Donnie, I have to.
Buffy?
She's just replaying the event.
Buffy. Is it you? Really? What do you... No! Don't jump, Buffy. Don't move. Just walk to me. I don't know how you're back, but you are. Just stay still. Or move, but towards me. Say something.
Is this hell? Is this hell?
No! Buffy, no!
She doesn't know where she is. This is also surreal.
It was so clear. on the spot.
Buffy, you told me I had to be strong, but it's been so hard without you. I'm sorry. I promise I'll do better. I will. If you're with me, stay with me. Please, live. For Buffy!
Dawn,
Buffy!
That woke her up. That's risky, but I guess we'll take it. How, like, why would we believe that this would hold up any better than the rest of the tower? Okay. Alright. Oh my god, that tower just fucking fell apart. It just like evaporated. It was almost funny how quickly it all just bursted for no reason.
Buffy?
We're back. Give her a hug.
Buffy, you're really here.
Yeah.
You're home.
She's still... Yeah, okay. I wanted more out of that episode, but that was good. We're gonna slow roll it. We're gonna slowly reintroduce Buffy into the real world here. But I just want it now. I just wanted it now. I didn't want to wait. I want to watch the next episode now. All right, cool. We get the ending to that two-parter, but that still left me wanting more, because I think this season is going to be so interesting to me, because what I'm interested into is not how does Buffy come back to life. What I am interested in is life after death, after coming back to life. Weirdly enough, like, okay, I still don't know exactly what's going on with Buffy. I don't know what stage she's in, but I am really interested in Buffy reacclimating to being alive, basically, in whatever her new situation is. Even if she's just completely fine, she's just a normal human being again, and she's just fully alive, there's still a new situation of like, yeah, I died for like a little bit, and I guess I was in hell. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know what she was. We don't have enough answers as to what her situation was while she was dead, or if there was any situation. Maybe she just ceased existing for a while and now she's here again, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. But the state that she's in this episode is fascinating. I really like that, and we dedicated a full episode to it, which was she came back and she is fully gone. She's confused. She doesn't know exactly what's happening, where she is, who she is, and she's slowly remembering things. She's slowly starting to feel things again. She just like mindlessly wandering, looking at things. She like touches a car accidentally, and of course, in true US American fashion, a guy just fucking just immediately walks out his door with a shotgun, and it's just like, get the fuck on my property, I'm gonna shoot you, you 19-year-old girl covered in blood and dirt, I'll fucking kill you. It's like, yeah, that's America, I suppose. Like, this is where we're at. And then she just wanders into this this gang that is literally ripping a girl apart. It's a robo girl, but that's what they're doing. And in that moment, she doesn't clue in as to that is exactly what's happening until it is happening, and then she goes, no! As Buffy Bud and the real Buffy both recognize each other. God, I love the Buffy Bud. I hope we get more Buffy Bud. Spike says like there's no fixing her. I'm still holding out hope, holding out faith. Like I like the Buffy Bud. I want the Buffy Bud to keep showing up. But I like that moment of recognition of Buffy seeing essentially an avatar of herself and identifying who that is, and seeing that she's about to essentially get ripped apart and murdered. And she just screams no. Like that is something that she genuinely felt, like an emotion of like, I don't want that to happen. And it is unclear whether or not she felt like, no, don't murder the Buffy Bud, or no, don't murder what she is identifying in her mind to be herself, right? Because the state that Buffy is in this episode is so, it's in a fugue state. It's like so ephemeral. Like things don't necessarily make sense in her head. Everything is under like a haze. And we get to see how she's looking around and everything is in kind of like a haze. She's not focusing on things clearly. She's not following or understanding things clearly. She runs into her friends and her friends are just like realize what's happening and they try to be there for her. And she's just cowering in like a corner. And then she just runs away from them. And it's difficult to exactly know to what degree Buffy is here and to what degree she's in a state where she's not here, right? And for what reasons? And the thing is that like Willow and Xander, like they all have this moment of like, oh my god, she came back to life and she was left exactly where we left her, in her own coffin underground. And then they go, oh my god, that must have been so traumatic. And it's like, yes, that's true. But I don't think that that's the reason why she's in the state that she's in. That is part of the reason. I think that waking up inside of your own coffin, suffocating and having to like tear your way out of it, which most people wouldn't be able to do, by the way, or anyone that isn't a superhero wouldn't be able to do. Like that's too much to like dig. You would just suffocate and die. Like that's just what would happen. And yes, that is a very traumatic thing for her to go through, absolutely. But that's not the reason why she's in the state that she's in. She's in the state that she's in because she fucking died. And now she's back here and she's not fully cluing into as to what her situation is. And neither are we. Like none of us are like, I don't know what happened to her. Like she hasn't said anything. The first thing that she said was, is this hell? Which is, okay, was she in hell before this? Was she in like a weird state of being that she couldn't make sense of? And now that this is happening, she's finally like talking to someone and she's trying to get answers of like, is everything that has been happening to my soul for the past like year or so, was that hell? Is this hell? Is this part of it? It's like, no, she's coming back to life. She's back in the real world. But she's not clear as to what anything is at this time. And that's something I like. I actually really like that a lot. But this episode more so, I think, went more into like the emotional rescuing of Buffy in a way through Dawn, where Dawn shows up and Buffy, they're both there and Dawn doesn't know how the fuck Buffy's here. But first of all, she believes that Buffy's here because of what the Buffy bot said. She has a moment where she just goes back to the tower. She's just like, she's gonna be there. We don't know exactly why she knew that she would be there, but we can assume, we can say a couple things, you know, like earlier there was a moment in this episode where Tara and Anya, they were both like, you know, like they're fine, like they're fine. Nothing bad has happened to them because if they did, we would know. And in your head, you're thinking like, oh my god, does Sarah say that because, you know, she has like some kind of like magic link with Willow in order to know that? And it's like, no, you would just know. Right? You would just know if something happened to your loved one. It's something that transcends like kind of like logic or magic or anything like that. It's just like, it's just the emotional connection. You would know if something happened to the person that was the most important to you. Like that's kind of the thing that they're saying. And something like that we can say is the explanation as to why Dawn went to the tower. She was just like, I have been thinking of nothing but that night ever since it happened. And if Buffy was around, the thing that she would do was to do the exact same thing that I would do, which is go there. Because we probably both keep reliving that moment in our heads over and over. And maybe she's not even consciously making that connection. Maybe she's just like, Buffy's gonna be there. And she just runs there and she's right. Because it's just the emotional connection that you would have with that place. Or rather than the place, it's just the memory of what happened there. And when they get there, Dawn gets to talk Buffy out of, I don't know, jumping again. I mean, Buffy's not all here yet. Buffy's not fully cognizant of what is going on. And maybe it's not that she's not cognizant, but more so that she just doesn't know what to believe. She doesn't know what to think because she doesn't know in what condition she's in what situation she's in, where she's in, who she's talking to. Like, I don't know what she went through or if she went through anything, but she was dead. So like, it's difficult for us to like come up with like what exactly state of mind Buffy Summers is in this episode, but I don't blame her for acting in any particular way. I don't know if she just doesn't realize anything or if she's realizing things, but she's not fully like choosing to acknowledge them yet, because maybe this all just feels like a weird dream. again, she's kind of in a fugue state, and it's this thing of like, should I care about, all these people screaming and fighting and stuff around me? Because I don't know if any of this is real. I don't know if I'm real. I don't know what, I died. And everything that happened afterwards is like, I don't know. And that is the case until the moment where the tower really just starts falling apart, and a piece of it just kind of falls near Dawn, and Dawn just falls to her knees and just screams. And Buffy, that's when it kicks in. That's when she like turns around and she goes like, Dawn, and she's like, I have to help Dawn. I have to save Dawn. Like that is like the emotional core of Buffy just kicking in that moment of like, I don't know exactly if Buffy is fully cognition or if she's just choosing to ignore things, but in that moment, something that was more primal to her being kicked in. And she was like, I have to save Dawn. Like, I have to take care of Dawn. That is like directive number one. And so whatever state she's in, irrelevant. Just put that to the side. We need to go and help Dawn. Like, that is number one priority. That's cool. I like that. That's kind of the thing we're seeing about Buffy in this episode that I kind of mentioned while the episode was happening, is that like Xander and Willow, like they're trying to reach out to Buffy and to have a conversation with Buffy and kind of wake her up. And Buffy's not saying anything. In fact, she just runs away from them. She's avoiding them. And what's interesting about that is that when we're seeing Buffy in the state that she's in, it looks like she's like slowly reawakening into the person that Buffy Summers was. But what's interesting about that is that the fighting and the killing came before any kind of acknowledgement of her friends, which is really interesting. It's something I actually kind of like, because it is kind of coming from this place that we have already been here before, with the first Slayer or the avatar of the first Slayer or whatever, talking to Buffy about like what it means to be the Slayer. And how Buffy maybe is more of a Slayer than she is a person, because that is the destiny of the Slayer. And I do like that here, because we do get to see how Buffy just starts fucking fighting people and kicking ass and murdering them. She's just murdering guys left and right. She doesn't give a shit. She's just murdering them one after the other. She like murders 10 people before she speaks a word. She doesn't talk to anybody. She doesn't say anything. She just murders people, goes in combat mode, and then she just runs away. And it's like, okay. Like, the parts that are human of Buffy are taking longer to wake up than the parts that are Slayer of Buffy. Which, like, kind of makes sense, because I think those are more instinctual, kind of. In the sense that, survival, right? Like, shit is happening in front of me, so a guy's trying to kill me, and I guess survival kicks in, and I have to start fighting and punching and killing. And then after that is when you start actually making some connections in your head, and you start to actually, the logic starts to kick in, and she runs away from that. Like I said, the reason why this episode left me wanting more is because, like, all of this is really interesting, but I think the most interesting thing is gonna be next episode. It's gonna be Buffy is here now, and now we are all dealing with the fact that she's here now. She is in a very fucked up state. And Buffy has to deal with, I am in a very fucked up state. I don't know exactly what's happening. I have connections, I have memories, and I am latching onto them. And maybe she will be very cognitions. Maybe she will know exactly what's going on. But like, she still has to deal with the fact that she was dead. And everybody thought that she was dead, because she was dead, right? So there's a lot to tackle on here, and I'm not sure how exactly they're going to do it, but that's going to be really interesting. Like, that is the part that I am very interested into. This entire episode took place over the course of like a singular night. It's essentially since the moment that they failed to do the ritual, but all actually succeeded. And then the entire night with all these like demon bikers looting places and throwing trash cans around, and everybody's just running around and being like, oh man, what are we gonna do? And then it culminates on Buffy and Dawn meeting again, and Dawn and Buffy hugging it out. Well, Dawn hugging Buffy, and Buffy just, I'm not entirely sure where she's at yet. And that's the end of the episode. That means that we dedicated an entire episode to like the immediate resurrection of Buffy and what that is like. I am so much more interested in the aftermath of what that is like. And that's something I really want to see. Like, I am so excited to watch episode 3. Like, I am more excited to watch this next upcoming episode than I am about, like, most episodes of the show. Because generally speaking, like I don't know what I'm expecting for next episode, but this next episode, I have, like, a level of expectation that I'm just, like, very excited to see it. Because I think that is a very fascinating, like, topic to tackle on. This concept of, like, she was dead, and she's very fucked up over it. And we're all very fucked up over it. And like, because there's so many different reactions people can have to that. It's like Xander had that moment of like, oh my god, sorry, like Buffy, we're sorry, like we didn't know, we didn't realize. It was like, we're sorry that we put you in that situation, you know? There's this like immediate like guilt over the fact that we fucked with something we shouldn't have done, and we also just left her there. So there's like guilt immediately. There is a level of joy of like, oh my god, it works. She's here. My best friend is back. But nobody's really expressing joy. Everyone is just looking at her and it's like, oh my god, like she looks so fucked up. And it's like, yeah, like I don't know how we would feel about that. I wouldn't necessarily feel particularly great, but there has to be a level of joy. Like, there has to be, because, like, this is what we wanted, right? Like, someone that you love is back now. Isn't that a great thing? And it's like, well, we'll see if it's a great thing, and we'll see to what degree it is a great thing, and to what degree it's something that we should be a little bit concerned or sad or guilty about. We'll see. We'll see exactly what direction the show wants to take it. And then there's also shit like, I don't know, fucking Spike. How is Spike gonna react? Like, is Spike gonna be like, oh my god, thank god she's back? Is Spike gonna be like, no, this isn't real? Is he gonna be in denial? Is Spike gonna be like, you fuckers, you fuck with something that you shouldn't have? Like, Spike is gonna be like, there's something very interesting that could happen where Spike is gonna be like, you brought her back and she's essentially like an undead or something. And you want to know why I didn't bring her back? You want to know why I didn't like kept pushing you fuckers to do that kind of ritual? Because if she comes back, she'll be like me, and I wouldn't want that. Like, maybe she could do that, or maybe she could be really into it. Who knows? I don't fucking know how any of these people are gonna react to this, the resurrection of Buffy Summers, and that is so interesting to me. What's Giles gonna reply to when they call him up on the phone and they go like, "So Willow is a necromancer now, and guess who we brought back?" Like, how is he gonna react? Is he just gonna have a heart attack in England? Like, is he just gonna die on the phone? Like, is he just gonna like scream so hard we're gonna hear him like halfway across the globe? Like, what is the reaction gonna be like? Like, there's so many things that I'm just like thinking about, and I'm like, God, like this is something that I was excited about when coming into this season, because like this show is called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I'm expecting Buffy to come back, and if she doesn't come back, then the show shouldn't be named Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I'm coming into this next season being like, okay, Buffy's gonna come back in some way. She's gonna come back, and I'm right, but it's something that I was very excited about when coming into the season after season 5. I'm like after season 5 ended, I was like, God, that was so good. But God, I'm excited to see how the fuck Buffy comes back and how they're gonna handle it. How everybody is gonna handle the fact that we have a zombie now. Maybe she's not a zombie. Maybe she's a normal person, but she psychologically has a level of baggage that she's carrying with her after being dead for a while. Because we also don't know what the other side is like. Well, we do know a little bit. When Angel died and came back from hell, he wasn't doing well. He was kind of fucked up. So was Darla in Angel, if you watch Angel. It kind of looks a little similar to what Buffy was like in this episode, honestly. So was Buffy in hell? Was Buffy in hell, and she is just going through the process of like, you know, that traumatic experience of being there for 6 months or an eternity. I don't know how time works in the other hell dimension. And then she just suddenly appears here, and she's just trying to cope with that. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know anything. And that is fascinating. I feel like I very quickly went through the entirety of what I wanted to say about this episode. Like, I'm looking at the recording here, it's been like 20 minutes. After cuts, it's gonna be down to like 15 minutes maybe. I also spoke a lot, so maybe it's gonna be very minimal cuts. But like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what else do I want to say about this episode? Because like, this entire episode took place in a single night, and what we saw, I think, was fascinating, but it was also like, it makes me excited for what comes next, because the prospect of like, okay, we all wake up in the morning and Buffy's here now, that is what I'm interested in. Like, what is life now for them and for Buffy herself? With Buffy herself, I don't know what else to say, because like, I don't know what to think of Buffy now, because I don't know what stage she's in, because she hasn't really said much, she hasn't explained much, so we don't know exactly what she's thinking, what she's feeling, what stage she's in. She's just in a weird state, but I don't know exactly the extent of how that works. So that's something that I'm also excited about, and I don't know exactly how it's gonna work out, but it's something I'm excited about. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know, a lot of this episode was, okay, something I do want to mention is that earlier when Xander and Willow were talking about, you know, the ritual failing and the urn of cirrhosis or whatever, it's so funny that he called it of cirrhosis instead of Osiris. Like, Osiris is like one of the pretty common ones, my guy. He went with cirrhosis. Not even close. But funny. The fact that they were having that conversation, I felt like that was the moment where Willow finally accepted that Buffy was dead, which is ironic because that was after Buffy was alive again. But I think that in that moment, it was like the moment where it felt like Willow was finally just accepting it for the first time. It felt like the past 6 months were her in denial. She was like, no, she's alive because I'm gonna bring her back to life, right? And now in that moment where it all failed, when it all came crashing down, is when she finally accepted it, which is something that like maybe she really needed. And maybe the healthy thing to do for her would have been for the spell to not work and for Buffy to just be dead and for Willow to just accept that and move on with her life. Instead, it worked and she's back as a zombie or as a hell spawn. I'm not sure what the situation is with Buffy Summers, but she's not. Something that Buffy did say, and I'm not sure to what extent they want to take this as a permanent feature of her new existence, is that she said like everything was so clear because she's remembering that night when she died, and she was like, everything was so clear and so bright, and now it's not. I don't remember exactly how she said it, but it was something along those lines. And that really made me think of, well, we're seeing it through her eyes and we're seeing how everything is kind of in a fugue state. Is that just her new default? Or is that, gonna be gone by tomorrow? Is she gonna be okay tomorrow? Or is this just what her now new condition is in? Which would be kind of interesting. I would like to see that. If Buffy comes back to life, but there's also like an asterisk to that, She's back to life, asterisk. There are certain things about her new existence that are not the same as her previous existence. That would be fun. That would be a fun thing to explore. I like that a lot. But yeah, all of this is just speculation. I really just need to watch the next episode because like that's what I was excited to see. Like I was hoping that this episode would just be like the first 5 minutes is just like Buffy just punches out of her coffin and we all in the graveyard go like, oh my god, Buffy's alive, and then Buffy just beats up every like motorcycle gang demon, and then we cut the credits. And then we cut to the next day, or like a couple hours later in the morning, and they're all at the magic shop, and they're just looking at Buffy, and Buffy's looking at them, and they're just like, okay, but what happened? Like, how are you here? And like, maybe it takes us a whole episode to actually get to understand what happened to Buffy or how Buffy's doing, but that would be the entire episode, right? And that was something that I would be excited to see. Instead, the entire episode was just this night dealing with the bikers and also Buffy being in a weird state, which if she's gonna continue to be like this, then I think that this episode actually does a great job of showcasing that, but I don't know exactly what's gonna happen in the future, so I can't say that with any certainty. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. God, I talked so much so fast. I said so many things, and also I'm looking at the time. It's just 25 minutes, which like for a normal video, that's a good time for any video. But the problem is that I am someone that I can go recording for like 3 hours sometimes, and this is low time for me, and I like it. This is fast. I like it. I like just a quick 26 minutes of discussion. This is nice. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I'm excited for next episode. I'm so excited for next episode because like I just want to know what Buffy's situation is like. That is where I'm at. Not just that, but like how is everyone gonna deal with this now? With the news of like, yeah, we did some necromancing and Buffy's back now. Yeah, that's a lot to process. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for this reaction episode of Buffy. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions, those full-length reactions, and you watch alongs, all sorts of cool stuff that I do, you can support the channel. Links in the description below, pop up on the screen, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye-bye.